Hey everyone! Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my videos. Today, I am just going to do a little get ready with me and chat and talk about the makeup that I'm using. And of course, I'm using Maskcara Beauty, the 3D foundation. This is my summer palette that I've put together with my darker shades and some more bold blushes. So I hope you stick around and enjoy the video. So first what I'll do is prime my face using the Stay Setting Spray. I use this before and after I do my makeup, and it seriously locks everything in, kind of blurs it all together and makes it look so good. And I'm sure you've heard me say it before, but this stuff smells like a tropical island and you're sipping a pina colada and enjoying the sun or something. So I let that dry. So if you're not really familiar with how to use the Maskcara 3D foundation, you can just easily follow along with this little card. It's basically like a paint by numbers type of thing. Super easy. It will tell you where to put that contour, the highlight, the blush, and the lip, and the illuminator. So in my personal mini double-decker, this is the sea glass and this is the marble. The compacts come in both of these and you get to pick which one. Today I'm going to use the Detail Hack brush. You can see our gorgeous mixed metal brushes. I just cleaned them so they're nice and soft. I can't emphasize enough how much better your makeup will apply to your face with a clean brush. Over the weekend I didn't take my brush cleaner with me and I could just tell my makeup didn't look bad, but it just didn't go on as smooth as I was used to because I'm a consistent brush cleaner. So just make sure you use the spray. It's half rubbing alcohol and half witch hazel, and I just spray it right on and rub it on a rag, and it cleans it. It's so great, and it dries super fast too. I'm going to start with the contour and go right underneath my cheekbones. Today, for my contour, I'm using Olive, just swiping it a little bit. And I always do my contour in a more of a stippling motion rather than a swipe. I've learned that if I swipe it on and brush it on, I'll get my contour too far down and it'll start to look muddy, and I don't want that. Just like that. To add a little bit more definition. On my forehead though, I do swipe just because I'm not worried about getting it too far down, and it just goes on way faster. It's totally personal preference where you like your contour, so if you don't want to connect your forehead contour to your cheek contour, you don't have to. It's just however you like it, you do you. I went and put a little bit on sides of my nose, and I don't really do this to make my nose look smaller. I do it to add warmth to my face. And then I just add a little bit to my jawline. I'm using a really light hand on my jawline. I don't want to apply too much pressure and give it a lot of shading. I don't want to look like I have a beard or anything. Just want to give it a little bit more definition. Next we have the highlight shade, and you can see we put that under our eyes, down the bridge of our nose, up into our forehead, and then along your jaw in between the contour shades, and just the upper lip and the chin. Basically just fill in the holes of where the contour isn't. Now I want to use the same brush that I just used for the contour, but I don't want the contour shades all over my face. So I'm just going to spritz my brush with that mixture of rubbing alcohol and witch hazel that I talked about, and just rub off the contour shade. And you can see it, I don't know if you can see that, but it takes it off super easy and it dries really fast. I like to make sure that all my brushes are clean so I'm not moving bacteria or dirt all over my skin. Okay, so I'm going to use two highlight shades today. Underneath my eyes, I'm going to use Sunlit. Now that I've gotten a lot more color on my face than I had in the spring and the winter, This actually counteracts with the redness. I get really sunburned. The Sunlit is the best color you can use. It gives you the coverage and it really just evens out your skin tone really well. We'll use, this is Wheat, and I'll just use that everywhere else. I'm gonna start going right under my eyes with Sunlit. I really like it just because it adds a lot of brightness and makes my face super glowy. Because you do want your highlight to actually highlight. You don't want it just to be the same color as your skin tone. And that's what Sunlit does for my skin. I'm also going to put it on the bridge of my nose and just on the forehead and blend it up a little bit. There you go. It looks a little crazy, I know. Okay, using the same brush, I'm dipping into Wheat. So I'm kind of going in and blending it with the Wheat over where I already put the Sunlit. Not going too crazy, but just making sure it's all blended together. So next, I'll just go in and define the contour a little bit more. I'm taking this end of the Detail Hack brush, I'm going in and just doing a nice light little line, just to really make it more defined because I kind of covered it up. And same on the sides of my nose. Forehead, just really quick. Also, if you're more comfortable doing the highlight first and then adding the contour, that's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do this, I promise. Next, before I blend everything together, I'm going to take the blush side of the B squared brush and dip into Ruby. You do not need a lot. This was just a couple of taps into the shade and it picked up a ton. So I'm just going to put it very, very lightly right above my contour. Just kind of blending it a little bit as I go. So now that I have all of my face makeup on, I'm going in with my damp Perfector sponge. Make sure you get all of the excess water out of your Perfector sponge before you start blending. If you have too much water in there, it'll just start to take off all the makeup that you just put on your face. So make sure it's just damp and not wet. I'm going in and just lightly pouncing on my face. And I'm really focusing under my eyes, and then I'll go up and just, you can see where the line from the contour to the highlight is. So you just want to focus on that area and make sure that the colors are seamless. And there you go. So then the next step would be the Illuminator. I've been really loving Honey. The first few months that I was using mascara, I didn't ever use it. I don't know why. I was just more drawn to Pearl and Rose Gold the first little while. But now I am seriously obsessing over Honey. And maybe because it's the same reason I'm loving Sunlit. It's a little bit more yellow toned. And it just works better with my darker, more tan skin tone. Yeah, I'm loving it. And I always just apply it with my fingers and blend it. I am going to go, especially just underneath my eyes, and set it with Vanilla Dust Setting Powder. These are, honestly, if I was to say my favorite product, I would say it's the, that's hard to say. Okay, my top maybe 3 favorite products from mascara is the Squirt Compact. It's just brilliant. It's the perfect size. I can take it with me. It has a mirror in it. It's perfect. I love it. So I tap it in the setting powder, and then I bring it under my eyes. And again, tap, and I don't swipe. I just tap it on. There's a couple different reasons why I like using this. First of all, it sets the cream and it makes it more long wearing. And then it also brightens underneath my eye, and it also mattifies. So if you aren't the biggest fan of the dewy golden finish, then I always recommend the Vanilla Dust Setting Powder, and that will make it a little bit more matte for you. So this is the Power Powder Brush that I use. I use this flat end, and I go in, and this is where I set underneath my contour. I tend to touch my face a bit throughout the day. Like I'll rest my hand on my jawline or my chin. So I really like to set this part of my face so it doesn't rub off as I'm touching my face throughout the day. I have my other little square that I like to put my bronzers in. So I take the bronzer side of the B squared brush and just go over the contour. This deepens it, warms up your face, and also sets the cream. And there we go. So today for my eyes, I'm going to use the Barely There eyeshadow palette, and those colors that come in that one are Sabrina, Valencia, Mama, and London. You can find this palette and a few other eyeshadow palettes on the website. You can just follow the link in my bio to get those. Going in with the eyeshadow everything brush, and this is the gorgeous gold one with Valencia first. I'm just gonna put that in my crease and just all over my eye to give me a nice base color. These are really toned down, subtle, kind of muted. If you're not really comfortable with a lot of eyeshadow, I think this is a great place for you to start. It kind of will just get you in the habit of putting a little bit of shadow on your eye. Going in with London, it's kind of like a grayish purple. I'm gonna wipe it off on my towel and just blend and go in with a little bit more Valencia. Then I'm going to use this end of the brush, and I'm going into Mama, the really light pink shade, and I'm gonna go on the lower lash line. So it just adds a little bit of color, and then I'm actually going to bring it up just a little bit on my lash line up here, just kind of smudge it around. There we go. Then my final part, to add a little bit of shimmer, I'm going into Sabrina, which is my favorite light shimmer shade. Just go in the inner corner and blend it towards the center of my eye. Just a little inner corner highlight shade. And there you have it. I'm just gonna finish off with a little bit of mascara. Some nights, every single day when I get ready, I feel like I debate, yes, I'm gonna fill my eyebrows, no, they don't need it. But most of the time, I end up just filling them in a little bit. On my multitasker brush, I have a little bit of Trust eyeshadow, and I just fill in inner corners and the little sparse areas. So you can see the difference between the two. I'm using a really light hand and going in the direction of the hairs. and smudging it out so it's not just a really harsh line. Need to put on a little bit of lip color, so I'm going in with my finger in Ruby, the shade used for blush. I'm going to follow up on Ruby with a little bit of honey and put that in the center just for a little bit of shimmer. The final step, of course, finish with your Stay Setting Spray. I'm going to hurry and curl my hair real quick and I'll see you right after. And there you have it. Thank you so much for coming and watching my video. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below and let me know what you want answered. And also, I'll link my website down in the description box if you guys are interested in any of the products that I used today. Thank you again so much. I really appreciate all the love. I'll see you next time.